If you want to help support the channel, check out my Teespring store. There's a link in the description and you'll find items such as this, a soy story. Alright, I'm going to do a Star Wars video. Catch up, there's a couple of things to go over and talk about. This is the biggest one. Alleged Star Wars The Rise of the Skywalker leaks reveal how Emperor Palpatine returns, which is dumb. We already knew he was coming back because they put his laugh in the trailer. I gotta tell you, I am very fascinated with Star Wars a little bit right now because of what's going on. Like, literally, Disney's losing money. And this is kind of the end of that whole, you get woketh, go broketh argument, because they're literally going, well, kind of broke, right? They're getting a little ding in the car. It's like riding your car through some hail rain. They're getting some dings on it. It's not necessarily that they're going to, I don't think it's possible for Disney to even go broke. Is that even a thing that can happen at this point? What are they, like 75% of all entertainment media now? I don't know if they can. I got to be honest. But this is stupid. And this is how they're going to save Star Wars? I don't know. I mean, I got to admit, I'm kind of intrigued at the idea that he's some kind of grand architect, but it's really kind of grasping for straws. This is the whole, Force Awakens Reborn. Not so much copy and pasting like they did with A New Hope, but still. So I got a couple of stories here. We'll go over this Obi-Wan returning for a TV show and the Game of Thrones guys getting rejected. But I did find this really interesting. I got to say, out of all of the rumors that come for the Star Wars Rise of the Skywalker stuff, this one's probably the most believable. So according to what's going on here, and this comes from 4chan, so, take it with a grain of salt. This could be fake. But this lines up with a lot of rumors that have already come out. So apparently what's going to happen here is you're going to have the Emperor. He was somehow reaching out to Kylo Ren and putting himself in the mask to talk to him. He's also the Force behind Snoke. So I guess it's going to turn out he trained him or something. Somehow he's using Force power that allows him to take possession of people's bodies. He ends up taking possession of a Knight of Ren, who appear finally in this movie. And then, he goes and announces plans to take over the universe or whatever again. And the whole plot is about Palpatine's hidden arsenal of super weapons or something. And they got to stop it using the Wayfinder. Now, one thing that I find kind of weird is they say in here that as Palpatine announces his plans, Luke and Han appears Force Ghost to urge Kylo Ren to join the light, which he reluctantly does and fights with Kylo. And Kylo fights with Rey to stop Palpatine. And at the end, Palpatine takes control of Kylo's body apparently, and then Rey kills him. And that's how it all ends right there. Because he can't escape. Oh, he tries to take over Rey after that, and he can't. And then that's how he comes to die finally. This is kind of lifted in many ways from the extended universe. There was a whole thing in the extended universe about Palpatine and he had clone bodies and all this stuff. I wish that they had kept a lot of the extended universe because it's way better than what we've been getting from Disney. Way better. You want to read the real, what should have been sequels to the original trilogy. You go read Dark Empire, where Luke Skywalker turns to the dark side and he ends up learning both sides of the Force. That's a really good story. We should have got that. That would have been great to get. So, at the end of the day, I think this is really stupid. I think they're literally just trying to throw nostalgia at the wall again, like they did with Force Awakens. It was literally a copy and paste movie of A New Hope. That's literally what that movie was. It's like, let's just copy everything in that movie. And whatever, it was still an okay movie. I like that one a heck of a lot better compared to Last Jedi, which data now shows. Last Jedi awful and all kinds of stuff was trending over The Last Jedi. That could be a good video. So I think they underestimate the damage that's been done. Will this movie be good? I don't know. I'm starting to think this movie is going to be a joke. I don't think it'll be as bad as The Last Jedi, but sometimes, you get blinded by nostalgia. And I think if they throw enough nostalgia, it might, people walk out, it was so good for a month or two. And then I think down the road they'll come and realize that it wasn't that good of a movie. That's what happened with The Force Awakens. A lot of people loved that movie out of the gate. But then as they look back, they say, oh, it's not really that great of a movie. It didn't age as well. I think the only good movie that Disney has made so far is Rogue One. That's just my opinion. So, yeah, I think this is stupid. The idea of him stealing bodies is dumb. Him being able to reach out, like his soul is trapped in the Death Star, but yet he dies after he tries to take over Rey. Okay, that doesn't make any sense. Han becoming a Force ghost, that doesn't make any sense. So we'll see. The reason I think that this is a more of a legitimate rumor compared to some is because they talk about the 3PO droid. So they put the wrong memory unit in him, and he's using a crossbow, Chewie's crossbow, because he has a combat droid's memory. I think in the trailer, didn't they show him with a crossbow? So this is either some really well done fan fiction here, or this is legit. Time will tell, right? The movie's just down the road, and they haven't hyped it at all. We should be getting hype right now, but they're silent. Maybe they realize that this is going to be a poop show. And they're so desperate to put that nostalgia back in there. They're literally talking about bringing an Obi-Wan show to Disney Plus. No longer a movie, now going to be a show. And they're going to bring McGregor back. This is probably the only thing that I could be excited about. But how does this even work? From everything that we know, he never left Tatooine because of Luke. So he just, what is he going to go on, like bar adventures? Darth Vader's there. How does that work? Like, Darth Vader can't go to that planet. He would have known he's there. And then he would have, in all purposes, sensed his son being there. So he's going to have to go off-world for something and run into Darth Vader. Who knows? I think if anything has potential, it would be this. But I'm not going to get my hopes up. But if this were to happen, I would probably get Disney Plus just for this, because this would actually get me excited, but it would contain the old characters, particularly Obi-Wan. It's not a strong whammon, so I don't know if I believe this. And then finally, the guys from Game of Thrones, these guys here, it's looking like they might be out. So they were supposed to come in and do an Old Republic movie, which could have been really cool, especially if they based it even kind of on the old game. If you've never played Star Wars Knights of the Republic, you're missing out big time. That is a great, great game. Probably without a doubt, the best Star Wars games ever made. 1 and 2 are both good. 1's way better than the second one, but 2's still pretty good. But if you've never played Knights of the Old Republic, you need to check that game out. You could seriously just adapt that and turn it into its own movie. I'd be happy to go see that. But apparently these guys are off. So according to this, sources say the Thrones pair is writing a treatment for a Star Wars trilogy and is committed to penning at least one of the films. The original deal was to write all 3. It's unclear if the duo, who also have another feature for Fox Disney carved out, will do more than just write for Star Wars. This isn't really that great. Have you seen their original writing? So originally, these guys had Game of Thrones, till they ran out of the books. When they had the books to adapt, they did really good. But when they ran out of source material, Game of Thrones went into the toilet. I really don't see how these guys are going to run in and save Star Wars, but maybe they're realizing that the Rian Johnson trilogy seems to be off. I mean, as they say right here at the Cosmic Book News here, Star Wars is a complete mess with Disney, and I don't think that's going to change. And if Rise of the Skywalker is a bomb, if it bombs, I don't know how they recover this brand, because some TV shows aren't going to do it. Anyway, the big news was Palpatine. What do you think of his coming back story? Do you think this is good? Do you think this is interesting? Do you think it's real? Do you think it's fake? I'm leaning towards maybe. I think this is a possibility. We definitely know he's coming back. And we are at the time where leaks would definitely start coming out. I just wish we knew a little bit more. Like I've been saying, where is the second trailer? We have one trailer. The movie is coming out literally in like 3 or 4 months. I forget when is it Christmas that it's coming out? So it's going to be out in like 4 months. Where's the second trailer? Where's the hype? Anyway, like, subscribe, make sure you're still subscribed. By the way, that's very important. Hit that notification bell, subscribe if you're new. Check out the links in the description, particularly to my Twitch. Trying to build that platform up, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.